As we all know, we have been assigned into a group consists of 4 students to complete our task to explain to you guys about air conditioning and refrigeration. Basically, we're gonna tell you guys about how the system works. Let's move to our first part, which is introduction. Refrigeration. Refrigeration is basically a refrigerant that used to remove heat from an enclosed space or from substance for lowering the temperature. Next is air conditioning. Air conditioning is air treatment so as to simultaneously control the temperature, moisture content, quality, and also circulation as required by occupants or even a users. Next, type of refrigerant. A refrigerant is a substance or mixture, usually a fluid, used in a heat pump and refrigeration cycle. In most cycles, it undergoes phase transition from a liquid to a gas and back again. If you did not turn off your air conditioning, the system will keep going and back again. These are the types of the refrigerants. As we can see here, all the carbons inside it can occur the ozone depletion. The ozone depletion is not good for our earth. The ammonia and carbon dioxide, this is the new refrigerants as we use nowadays, which can lower the risk of ozone depletion. Alright, next. Alright, types of air conditioning. This process is most used to achieve a more comfortable interior environment, typically for humans and other animals. However, air conditioning is also used to cool and dehumidify rooms filled with heat-producing electronic devices, such as computer server, and to store some delicate products like artworks or foods. Both of refrigeration and air conditioning have a similarity. It is used for cooling and to control the humidity in a room or even in a space. Alright, last one from me. These are the types of air conditioner. There are 6 type of air conditioner. Okay, the first one is central air conditioner. The central air conditioner basically we use at the big buildings such as factory or shopping mall. Next, second one, ductless mini split. Alright, ductless mini split. Basically in Malaysia we call it as split unit because it consists of two, which are outdoor part and the indoor part. The indoor part and this one and the remote, and this is the outdoor. Okay, for third one, which is window air conditioner. Okay, this one is the window air conditioner. Basically, we mostly it been used in London because there are many apartments there, and to save the space, they use the window air conditioner. But if one component inside is broken, you need to change the whole thing, not same as the ductless mini split. Okay, next is portable air conditioner. Okay, this one is the portable air conditioner. The portable air conditioner, it can be moved anywhere in your house because it have wheel down here. And basically the portable air conditioner is just for one person. One person is comfort. And then next is hybrid or dual fuel air conditioner. Okay, this hybrid air conditioner or dual fuel air conditioner is basically air conditioner that save your electricity, your save energy, and so on. Last one is smart air conditioner. I'm sorry for that. Smart air conditioner. Okay, this one is very smart air conditioner. You know, just one click and your air conditioner will turn on. Will turn on. Okay. For example, if you buying groceries at Tesco, and then you feel it, it feels like sunny day today, sunny day, right? And then you want to back home and just chilling with the air conditioning. You turn on from your phone, and then your air conditioner from your at your home is turned on, and you going back home, you feel the cold and the humidity from your house. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Lukman Hakim and I will explain to you about component of air conditioning. So, in air conditioning, there are four basic components to air conditioning to run. There is compressor, condenser, evaporator, and lastly expansion valve. First, we talk about a compressor. A compressor is a mechanical device that increases the pressure of a gas by reducing its volume. Air compressor is a specific type of gas compressor. So in a compressor there are two categories. First, positive displacement and dynamic. In positive displacement, there are reciprocating compressor, rotary compressor, screw compressor and scroll compressor. And for dynamic, there is only one type, that is centrifugal. Next, we talk about condenser. So, condenser is a tool that removes heat from the refrigerant that is absorbed from the evaporator. The heat from the heat from refrigerant will flow through the condenser walls to condenser medium. The refrigerant will be cooled and condensed. Lastly, it will turn into liquid. There are three categories of condenser: air-cooled, water-cooled, and evaporative. For air-cooled, there are only two types of condenser: natural air convection and forced air convection. Both of them use fin for the air will flow through. Next, water-cooled have three types. There is shell and tube condenser, shell and coil condenser, and lastly, tube in tube condenser. Next, we talk about evaporator. Liquid refrigerant is boiled from a low pressure liquid to a low pressure gas by absorbing heat from the medium that is being cooled. A larger area is cooled, which require a larger volume of air being passed through. For the evaporator coil, through the pass through the evaporator coil for the heat exchange. There are only four type of evaporator: flooded evaporator, plate surface evaporator, shell and tube evaporator, and fin tube evaporator, which is commonly used in split unit air conditioning. Lastly, we talk about expansion valve. An expansion device is another basic component of refrigeration. The basic function is to reduce pressure from the condenser pressure to evaporator pressure. It means it will regulate the refrigerant flow from the high pressure liquid line into the evaporator at a rate equal to the evaporation rate in the evaporator. So there is only three type of expansion valve. There is capillary tube, low-sided float valve, and lastly thermostatic expansion valve, or in HVAC we call TXV. There, that's it for me. Next, Arif will explain to you about the system work.
Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, I will continue about how the system work in air conditioning and refrigerant. Okay, firstly, they have four components I want to explain about the work system in air conditioning. First, I go to the compressor. Compressor, we use a common. Common is reciprocating compressor because they have many type of compressor. This is only common use in our system. They have two valve, one piston and one cylinder. Two valve is which is discharge valve and suction valve. Discharge with the refrigerant will go out, and suction refrigerant will come to the cylinder. So the piston will go up and press the refrigerant to high temp and high refrigerant. So nextly we go to condenser. Condenser is a refrigerant in air-cooled condenser will circulate through the coil and airflow across the outside of the tubing. Air motion caused by natural convection effect when the air is heating. The condenser can include a fan to the increase airflow rate, which we can say this the fin of condenser will got exchange heat from the fan, so fan will absorb our fresh air in outdoor and go through the fin, which is a tube inside the refrigerant. So will go out the hot temperature. Next, we go to expansion valve. Expansion valve is function is a really common in our system because it can control the flow of refrigerant. Uh, Compressor also can control the flow of refrigerant by increase the RPM in our piston. But the expansion valve control flow refrigerant to our evaporator because we need get heat heat point to eliminate all liquid in evaporator. So the expansion valve is very function in our system. We can increase the airflow, the flow rate, or decrease the airflow rate by counterclockwise and clockwise. Evaporator. Next, so evaporator is similar to condenser, but it inside our room, inside indoor. We can say the indoor unit. But they don't have any fan, but it's chained to blower. So the function, the work system, the our room will the higher in our temperature room will absorb into the blower. Blower will suck all heat energy in our room and blow a cool air to our room by exchange the heat transfer area. So when evaporator close the compressor, direct expansion coil will use sign refrigerant line are short. Refrigerant are leak will less and pressure drop is small. So the the refrigerant will come through and go to compressor again. This cycle will cycle again and again until the room temperature is enough. So the compressor will not working, but anything in our system will continue working. But compressor and condenser and fan will not working for a few minutes until the room temperature of the room temperature will rise again and compressor and condenser will start working again. So as you can see, we have in my left picture we have pH diagram. You can see the saturated line, the high pressure line, saturated vapor line. There is four basic component in our refrigerant. They have superheat. One compressor will go to the condenser is number two, and it will have straight line because the our high pressure and low pressure straight line until the saturated curve line, and will go down straight uh, to the evaporator which is cooling low pressure and low temperature. In our right is diagram for our system, the working system, like that. We have cool area and hot area, high pressure and low pressure. That's all for word system. So Jack will continue about conclusion. Thank you.
Good evening to our beloved lecturer. My name is Jax Isaac. I'm from section 3 BMMH 1/2. Now I'm going to continue our presentation of air conditioning and refrigeration directly to our conclusion. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to explain about state of refrigeration. There are 4 states of refrigeration. They are compressor. Compressor has high pressure and high temperature, and it is in vapor form. Secondly, condenser. It has high pressure but low temperature. It is in liquid form. Thirdly, expansion valve. It has low pressure and low temperature too. It is in liquid form. Lastly, evaporator. It has low pressure and high temperature, and it is in vapor form. So that's all for the state of refrigeration. Now I'm going to explain about application of state of refrigeration. Okay, let's go see. For application of state of refrigeration, I divided it into 3 groups, which is food processing, preservation and distribution, chemical and process industries, lastly special applications. Okay, let's go for the food processing, preservation and distribution. Refrigeration are very useful or very needful in food processing, preservation and distribution. It helps reducing spoilage to foods such as fruits, vegetables, meats and so on. In the other hand, it will also improve the shelf of life of the food. So this means that foods will be more or less longer. So there will be any problem for any companies, any random companies to send their foods to all over the world, where it took longer time. So let's move to the next point. Okay, chemical and process industries. Chemical and process industries also uses many kind of refrigeration system. So separation of gases is one of them. Next, condensation of gases, dehumidification of air, solidification of solute, storage as liquid at low pressure, removal of heat of reaction. So those are the usage of refrigeration in chemical and process industries. So let's move on to the next point. Okay, last but not least, special applications. I'm going to explain a little bit of the special applications. Firstly, it is used in cold treatment of metals. Secondly, it is also used in medicals such as hospital, clinics, which will use it for medic. Thirdly, it is also used for recreation As an example, ice skating rinks. Next, it is also used for construction, desalination of water, ice manufacture. So, that's all from me. Thank you so much.